in front of a packed house. This is Silver Eagle basketball. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Martinelli, and tonight an outstanding matchup as the Silver Eagle boys, undefeated and ranked second in the Division II latest poll, take on the Stoughton Vikings. Stoughton 6-0 in the conference, 8-2 overall. These two teams are fighting it out for first place in the Badger South tonight, and we've got a really good one here for you. Both teams winning Tuesday night as warm-ups for this matchup. The Silver Eagles high-flying. Silver Eagles scoring 91 points, putting down the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks 91-63. Stoughton, on the other hand, a slow, low-scoring matchup against the Oregon Panthers. Oregon, one of the middle-of-the-pack teams in the Badger South, but they gave Stoughton a handful, 37-30. That's not to say the Silver Eagles didn't have their problems with Fort Atkinson. Fort came out flying and took an early lead in that game, and the Silver Eagles, it looked as if they were a little overwhelmed at first and maybe looking past Fort Atkinson. They put it together, though, and turned it on and ran away with it in the second half, outscoring Fort in that half 49-26. Sam Hepp with a career-high 28 points that night, 6 3-pointers, a couple away from the school record. And then he also had a dunk to cap things off. Sam had a great night that night. Caden Nelson also chipping in 24 points. The Silver Eagles getting scoring from a lot of different sources. They're going to be a little short-handed tonight, though, as in that game Tuesday night, Alec Ogden got called for a flagrant foul, got disqualified, which in turn then holds him out of this game as well. Now, Stoughton's not full strength either. One of their best players from last year, Jordan Benedetto, a 15-point scorer and all-conference player last year for him. He's out with an injury. He's missed every game this season. They've had to rely on some other sources for power. Max Fernholz, their leading scorer, coming into tonight's game with 14 points a game. Brady Shipper, you might remember that kid's name. He played a little football for him. Yeah, he was an all-state running back. He was pretty darn good. He's scoring 11 points a game. And then big Tommy McLean, he's averaging 11 points a game too. McLean, the all-conference defensive player of the year, defensive lineman of the year, along with the kid from Monona Grove you might remember. See if you can come up with his name. He had a big interception and return. Yeah, not against Stoughton. Anyways, Silver Eagles tonight taking on the Stoughton Vikings. Monona Grove led in scoring this season by Jake Schrockenthaler. Jake's led them in scoring the past couple years and creeping up on that 1,000-point mark. Next time they play, I'll have started the countdown for you so we can celebrate Jake's accomplishment. Jake averaging 19 a game. Caden Nelson in his junior year has really kicked it up a notch. He had a good year last year. He's scoring just over 18 points a game. And then Max Nelson, his cousin, scoring almost 11 a game. Max has become a deadly outside shooter. Well, he was dangerous last year. This year he's deadly. And then we've got Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside, Sam Hepp. Sam averaging 12 points a game. And like I said, putting in 28 the other night, a career high for the youngster. He's a junior, a 6'7" junior who can shoot the three. Every coach's dream, right? Well, the Silver Eagles putting up 91 points. That is their season high. Monona Grove averaging 83.5 points a game in the season. Just outstanding scoring from those four, plus a cadre of other players. Stoughton scoring a little less than that, 63 a game, but they only give up 49 points a game. They play some outstanding defense. They beat Oregon 37-30, like I mentioned, but they've had some other great games where they played some outstanding defense. They beat Milton 67-28. Yeah, that's the only times they're under 40. So either the stats I'm getting online aren't accurate, or my math is bad. But McFarland, they held to 52, 57 for Monroe, 52 for Watertown, 51 for Fort Atkinson. The Vikings have won 3 in a row. Their last loss was just after Christmas, December 27th versus Kettle Moraine, when they got beat 63-55. Prior to that, they had won 4 in a row. So, like I said, they're undefeated in conference. They got some votes for the top 10, but couldn't quite break into it. And like I said, the Silver Eagles ranked second in D2. They are a team to watch. This is a team that could go deep into the playoffs. Coach Z's got to be feeling pretty good about this. This is one of the better offensive scoring teams he's had in a long time. All right, we're just about ready for the national anthem here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a cold night out, but this is going to be a hot one here. A packed crowd here at Monona Grove High School. These two teams both 6-0 in conference, so this ought to be really exciting. This is their first matchup of the season. All right, we're ready for player introductions. The Vikings are coached by Nolan Weber in his second year, 19-5 last year as a rookie coach. A couple good returners with Fernholz and McLean, and Brady Shipper really stepping things up last year as a junior. Shipper averaging 3 points a game. Now the Vikings. Brady Shipper, number 3, starting at one guard. Number 5, Aiden McGee. Number 23, Tommy McLean. Number 10, Adam Hobson. And number 11, Max Fernholz. So that's Shipper, McGee, Hobson, Fernholz, and McLean. McLean coming over and charging up the student section. Now your Silver Eagles starting lineup. Number 5, 6'7" junior, Sam Hepp. Hepp. Super Sam. Help me, Rhonda. 6'4" senior, number 23 at forward, Jimmy Tomei. 6' junior, number 2, a guard, Caden Nelson. Caden, the second leading scorer on the team. The other guard, 6' senior, number 21, Caden's cousin, Max Nelson. And the big man, number 33, one of the Silver Eagles' all-time leading scorers, 6'7" senior, Jake Schrockenthaler. Jake with over 800 career points. We'll count down the rest of his career as he gets close to that 1,000-point mark. So for the Silver Eagles, Nelson, Hepp, Tomei, and Schrockenthaler. Give you an idea of the size of the Vikings. Shipper's 6 foot tall, McGee's 6'1", Hobson 6'3", Fernholz 6'1", McLean 6'4". A definite size advantage for the Silver Eagles. Those two big 6'7" guys are gonna have a huge advantage inside against these Vikings. Vikings in their purple uniforms, Silver Eagles in their home whites. We'll see McLean jump center against Sam Hepp. Hepp, also a football player, second team all-conference wide receiver. He had an outstanding year, became a deep threat for the Silver Eagles. And here we go. The tip to Caden Nelson, quickly goes inside to Tomei, coming in the left side, missed. Rebound, Schrock has it ripped away. Hobson comes up with a loose ball, and this is Shipper bringing it up for the Vikings. Silver Eagles missing their first opportunity and giving it to the Vikings. Hobson swings around the left side, McGee. McGee looking inside for McLean. McLean too far under the basket and called for the travel. Yep, he jumped up and down about 6 times trying to get big Jake off his feet. When Jake finally bid on it, he got called for traveling, so they turned the ball over to the Silver Eagles. Nelson inbounding to Tomei. Tomei will bring it across. Guarded by, who is that? That was McGee, gives it to Max, backs to Jimmy on top. Guarded by Fernholz. He'll try to drive the lane, and he's called for a carry, and they turn it over. So a couple early turnovers. We're still scoreless 43 seconds into the game. Stoughton's Hobson will inbound it, looking for Shipper, right in front of the Stoughton student section. Stoughton student section. That's not easy to say by the seashore. Shipper loops one to McLean at the free throw line. McLean dumps it down low to Hobson. Hobson draws blood to start the scoring tonight. It's a 2-0 Stoughton lead. Max down the floor in a hurry. Kicks it over to Sam for 3. Help! Sam Hepp starts the Silver Eagles scoring, and they take a 3-2 lead. Now Shipper working against Caden Nelson. Into the left corner, Fernholz up top. Hobson. This is Shipper. Up top to Fernholz again. Fernholz, their leading scorer. Hasn't had too many touches just yet. This is Shipper driving in from the right side. No, rebound big Jake. Jake will bring it up himself on the run. This is Help. Left side, cross court to Nelson. Touch pass to Max. Nelson back to Caden. Caden dump it down low to Schrock, and Jake gets bumped. Hepp tries to save it from going out of bounds, and it's Stoughton ball. Silver Eagles extremely fast tonight, whipping that ball around here in the early minute and a bit. 3-2 the Silver Eagles lead. Now Caden working against Shipper. Shipper will bring it up. Shipper with the black headband. He tore up the Silver Eagles in the football season this year, but the Silver Eagles ultimately victorious. We'll talk about that during a timeout probably. This is Fernholz to the free throw line. Tipped out of bounds by Jimmy Tomei. 15:58 to play in the first half. A 3-2 MG lead. We're just underway here at Monona Grove High School. Up top to Hobson. Or McGee, that is. Excuse me. Now Tommy McLean outside the three-point line. Loops up one. No, I thought that was a pass. Tomei with the rebound. They've got nobody to rebound if McLean's not underneath there. The Silver Eagles controlling the board here in the first couple minutes. Now Tomei trying to drive in from the right side. Cross-court pass to Hepp in the left corner. Dumps it in down low. Shrek, the turnaround, can't get it to drop. Rebound, Tommy McLean. We got a Tommy and a Jimmy playing against each other tonight. And a Brady with the ball right now. They whip it around to Fernholz for three. No. And Caden Nelson tracks down the long rebound. Silver Eagles back on offense. Tomei in the left corner. He drives the baseline. Dump it in. Schrock in the paint. No. Rebound Fernholz. Jakes missed a couple that normally he would get. I'm not sure what the dealio is. Fernholz right side. Up top. They swing it around. They go to McLean down low on the left. He goes up top to Fernholz for three. Drops it in. Oh, they say that was McGee. I'm sorry. Caden to Max for three. Up off the top of the backboard and rebounded by Hobson. Fernholz misses the easy layup. Saved from going out of bounds. Recovered by Shipper. Into the lane. Lays it up. Gets the basket and the foul. Brady Shipper's first points of the night. Max Nelson called for the first foul of the game. Shipper to the line, shooting one, trying to complete the three-point play. And he does so. They've doubled up the Silver Eagles. 6-3. Trockenthaler will come out. Henry Houston will come in. Subs on the Stoughton side. Haven't seen who they are yet, though. Shipper hitting another one. How does that work? Did he get two free throws? Something's hinky here. Max missing the two-pointer. They save it in from going out of bounds. McLean comes up with the ball. Fernholz will give it off to number one, Sean McGlory. Long three-pointer for Drew Anderson just in the game. He misses quickly ahead to Sam Hepp coming down the left side. He lost the handle on it. Loose ball on the floor. Tomei can't get it. Picked up by Anderson. Across the timeline to McCain. Picked up by Houston. Houston a 6'4", a good matchup for McLean, although McLean a big, strong kid. This is McGlory. To Fernholz, and a foul called away from the ball on McGlory, I believe. No. Second one on Max Nelson. Oh, man, all sorts of subs. Aiden McGee comes back in. Number 13 comes in. Trenton Conklin, a 6'3" senior. So Stoughton subbing a lot here in the opening minutes. This is Fernholz, right side, up top to Anderson. Over to McGlory. Into the left corner is McGee. Fernholz fake the three for a second. Tommy McLean on the bench. Ooh, nice fake there. They dump it inside. Blocked by Tomei. Took it out of the hands of Trenton Conklin. Jimmy brings it across. Hands off to Max, top of the key. Caden right side. He'll try to drive from the left. Lays it up. They giving him the basket? No basket, they say. A foul on the Vikings. Foul on McGlory, his first. More subs for Stoughton. Scalisi in for Monona Grove. Scalisi, Tomei, Houston, and Caden Nelson for the Silver Eagles. They get Caden in the left corner. He'll dribble out of trouble there, guarded by McGlory. He'll go up top to Tomei. Jimmy will fake a drive, kick it over to Hepp in the right corner. Sam will drive into the paint, lays up the right-hander. No, tipped. Rebound, Brady Shipper. The Vikings on the run. Shipper, kick it over to McGlory, coming in from the right side. They look inside. Dump it back for the three. No. Rebound, Anderson, or Conklin to McGlory. Three ball by McGee again, missed. McGlory comes up with the rebound. This is McGee up top. To the right side, number 14, Cale McGee, a freshman. McGlory swinging across to Aiden McGee. McGee back into the lane, underneath the basket, lays it up and in. Nine to 3, the Silver Eagles need a basket. Caden can't get that one to drop, and a rebound by Shipper. Oh, and Houston tripped up number 5, Aiden McGee. That'll be Henry's first foul, and the third against the Silver Eagles. Third team foul. All right, Houston's going to take a break, and Big Jake will come back in. Jake matched up against Trenton Conklin, 6'3" forward. McGlory to McGee, to Aiden McGee, back to McGlory up top, back to McGee. This is Cale McGee. They swing it around right side to Aiden. McGlory, no, I'm sorry, that was Shipper, gets the basket and the foul. Shipper draws the foul. Who's this one on? Number 2, Caden Nelson. His first, team fourth. Jaden Robinson coming in, and Scalisi will take a break. And Brady Shipper to the line again, where he's 2 for 2. Shipper making that one. Shipper's got 5 of their 12 points. It's a 12-3 Stoughton lead. 12 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the first half. This is Caden Nelson into the corner to Tomei. Jimmy drives the baseline, whips it out to Big Jake. Jake, left-hander, can't drop, but he draws a foul and will go to the line for 2. Foul on number 14, Cale McGee, the 6-foot freshman. That'll send Jake to the line. Only a three-pointer by Sam Hepp so far for the Silver Eagles. Coach Z's got to find some way to spark the offense. Let's see if Jake can hit a couple here. There he goes. There's one of them. Silver Eagles a pretty decent free throw shooting team. All right, another sub for the Vikings. This is number 23 coming in. Oh, that's Tommy McLean coming back into the game. Didn't recognize him at first. Jake's second free throw. Missed that one. Rebound Shipper. Baseline, Cale McGee finds his path block, looking for McLean, picked up by Jake. Jake steps over McGee on the run, Silver Eagles. This is Caden Nelson, right side to Hepp. Hepp loops it into Shrek. Jake underneath the basket for 2. 12-6, the Silver Eagles coming alive, showing a little spark here. 11.5 minutes to play in the first half. Shipper, they swing it to McGlory. Cale McGee back to Shipper. They look inside. Back to Shipper. A little give and go. Shipper for 2. Caden Nelson down the floor in a hurry. Off McLean, and it's MG ball. Caden lost the handle on it. McLean didn't even see it coming. Shipper's tearing us up tonight. That kid's got some speed. I've got him for 7 points already, and I think I mentioned he's averaging about 10 a game. And it's a 14-6 Stoughton lead, 11-11 to play in the first half. All right, Jaden Nelson inbounding in front of the Stoughton bench. Up top to Caden. Gives it to Big Jake on the left side. Jake looking to drive. No, give it to Jaden. Jaden almost lost it, tipped out of bounds. They're going to say Stoughton ball. Big turnover. Timeout called by Coach Z. Wise choice, Coach. Stoughton has outplayed the Silver Eagles here in the first 7 minutes of this game. 14-6. Monona Grove having trouble getting any offense going, and their defense has not been that great, I got to admit. This does not look like the team that put up 91 points and beat Fort Atkinson by 28. Silver Eagles' average margin this year, almost 30 points a game. 28. This is not the team we've seen recently, so they got to get something going here. They come out on timeout. Anthony Ellis coming into the game. Jaden Robinson, Jake Schrockenthaler, Sam Hepp, and Caden Nelson. Caden and Sam are the guys that have been most consistent lately. Stoughton with the ball. This was number 11. Fernholz with the 3. Missed. Rebound by Anthony Ellis. Caden up the floor. Harassed. Taken away by Schipper. Schipper lays it up and in. Caden will come back. Let's try this again. They go left side to Jaden. Jaden at the left elbow. Back up top to Caden Nelson. Look inside for Schrockenthaler. Turnaround jumper. 2 for the big man. He has 5 now. All in the last minute of the game, and it's a 16-8 Stoughton lead. Schipper down the floor, right side. Into Fernholz. They dump it into McLean. It's a little outside his range. Now he goes inside for Schipper, and Schipper draws the foul. It's going to be on Anthony Ellis-Crail. 5th team foul versus only 2 for Stoughton. And this sends Schipper to the line again, where he's a perfect 3 for 3. Make that 4 for 4. All right, Max Nelson back into the game. Tomei and Houston in. Hepp and Jaden Nelson will take a seat. Somebody else must have sat down. Oh, Anthony Ellis. All right, Schipper's second free throw coming up. Makes that one too. He's hit 5 in a row. I have him for 11 points already. We are not quite 8 minutes. Now we're 8 minutes into the game. Max hands it off to Henry Houston. Henry comes in, throws up the left-hander. Drew the foul before the basket. Just the 3rd Stoughton foul. Number 10, Adam Hobson called for the foul, his first. So Silver Eagles will inbound under their own basket. They go up high to Tomei. Back to Caden. Looking inside for Jake, and we got a foul underneath. Foul on McLean, his first foul, 4th team foul. McLean 6'4" and a solidly built kid. This is Houston, the left elbow, up top to Caden. Swinging around to the right to Tomei. He'll try to drive, looking to get rid of it, gives it to Caden. Caden will step back. Max top of the key to Houston, left side. He'll dribble to the top and hand off to Caden. 9:30 to play in the half. Caden into the lane, can't get it to drop. Tipped by Schrock, recovered by number 5, McGee of Stoughton. Quickly ahead to McLean, and McLean lays it up and in for his first field goal of the night. 20-8, Vikings on top. Caden Nelson harassed by McGee. Flips it to Max, to Houston in the corner. Henry can't get the 3. Rebound by Fernholz. Down the floor in a hurry to McGee. McGee lays it up and in, and a timeout called by Coach Z. Now that was Schipper again. Of course it was. Schipper with 13 of their 22 points, and with 9:04 to play, basically the halfway point of the first quarter, it's a 22-8 Stoughton lead. Sam Hepp checking back in for the Silver Eagles. They got to get something going here. Silver Eagles have not faced a deficit like this in quite some time. I mean, seriously, guys, we got a 3-pointer by Hepp to open the scoring for MG. And then Schrockenthaler's hit a couple field goals and a free throw, but 8 points, really? In 9 minutes? This is very unlike our Silver Eagles. So Coach Z undoubtedly will have some words of wisdom. Last year when these two teams met, it was an extremely prolific offensive output. The first game back on January 12th, Stoughton victorious in that one, 94-89 at Stoughton. And then when we came to MG, the Silver Eagles victorious by almost an identical score, 93-85. Schrockenthaler, the big score in both those games, 24 in the first one, 29 in the second one. That 29 at the time was his career high. Kelsey second in scoring in both those games. All right, Silver Eagles have the ball, but they trail it by 14 to the Stoughton Vikings. Now this is Max Nelson, and Max drawing a foul. This will go against Shipper. Good, we got something on this guy. Just the first foul on Shipper. All right, Max will inbound by the scorer's table. Up top to Henry Houston. Henry, right side, looking for some help. Finds Tomei. Tomei fouled on the floor. It's going to put us in the bonus then. Who's that on? McGee, I think. Yep, McGee, number 5, Aiden McGee, called for his first foul. Houston, or Max Nelson inbounding underneath, up top to Tomei, back to Max in the left corner. He'll drive into the paint, lays up the one-hander, no, tipped. Jake with the putback, no, tips it. Rebound Fernholz. God, the Silver Eagles just can't catch a break. They're getting the inside shots, but the ball just not dropping for them. Oh, now the Stoughton student section coming alive. This is Shipper looking inside for McLean. McLean for 2. He has 4 points on the night. And it's a 24-8 lead. They've tripled the Silver Eagles here. Max Nelson, top of the key, hands off to Houston. Right side, he'll dribble to the top and give it to Tomei. Almost lost it out of bounds. Tomei coming in from the left. He'll stop, give it to Houston. Thought about the 3. Now he'll drive. No, stop. Look inside for Jake. Jake, easy 2. Gotta make those, Jake. Jake has 7 points, 24-10. Shipper brings it up over to Hobson, swings it into the corner to McLary. Back up top to Fernholz. Nope. Rebound Hobson. Ball loose on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball, and it goes the Silver Eagle ways. Nope. Timeout called by the Vikings. Hobson was scrapping on the floor for it there. Hepp and I believe it was Hepp and Schrockenthaler were in there with him, but Stoughton getting the timeout shortly before the official call for the jump ball. Boy, a full crowd tonight. Just a little space in the Stoughton student section. 24-10. Those kids have got to be happy seeing their Vikings beating the Silver Eagles. 7:38 to play in the first half. This is WVMO LP Monona. 98.7 FM, just a touch above normal. I'm Steve Martinelli, bringing you Silver Eagle basketball and football for more than 20 years. All right, 7:38 to play. Monona Grove, a little spark there on Schrockenthaler's basket. Let's see if we can turn things around here pretty quick before half. McLaury taking the inbound pass, dribble to the top of the key, guarded by Scalisi. Fernholz faked a long 3, back to McLaury, back to Fernholz. They're watching Fernholz really closely. This is Shipper on the right side. They go inside for Hobson. Hobson double teamed, out to McLaury for 3 from the left. No, rebound, Tomei. Jimmy up the floor in a hurry to Caden Nelson. Caden driving the right baseline, draws the foul. I think he's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. This is on McLean. Second foul on McLean. Caden's first trip to the line. McLean will sit down, and 13 Conklin will come in his place. Caden scoreless so far tonight, unlike him. Missing the 1-and-1, out of bounds. They say MG touched it last. Schrockenthaler will come in, and Max Nelson will sit down. Max was in there for just a few seconds before Jake came back after the timeout. Inbound to McLaury. He'll bring it up against Caden Nelson. Shipper on the bench taking a well-deserved break, although that kid's got a motor that doesn't stop. He was amazing during the football season. Fernholz, nice fake into the free throw line, looking inside, knocked away by Scalisi. Houston up the floor in a hurry to Jake. Kick it off to Hepp in the right corner. No! Schrockenthaler called over the back, a foul. Too bad. I thought he got all ball, but the official saw otherwise. First foul on Jake. Schipper back into the game. We'll talk about Schipper's football exploits a little bit later. McGlory walking it up for the Vikings. He'll take it into the lane. Now looking left corner. This is Hobson, or McGee. This Schipper driving in from left side. Draws the foul. Almost a travel on his part. He'll go to the line and shoot two. They got Jake for his second foul on that one. So Max Nelson and Schrockenthaler with 2 fouls apiece. Schipper finally missing a free throw. Second one coming up for the senior. 6-foot guard. Nothing but trouble tonight, man. Makes the second one. I'll total up his points at halftime. He's having a heck of a game. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. A 25-10 Stoughton lead. Hepp whips around to Houston, right corner. No. Schrock gets the rebound and draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Who are they calling this on? Fernholz? Nope. Conklin, his first. Jake to the line where he's 1 out of 2. Got to make your free throws. All right, McGee sitting down and McGee coming in for him. Aiden and Kale swapping places. Jake's second free throw attempt. Missing them both. Rebound number 14, Kale McGee, the freshman. This is Hobson to McGlory. Stolen by Tomei, taken right out of the hands of Schipper, and Caden McGee finishes for 2. Caden's first basket of the night. 25-12. Let's get back into this, guys. We got how much time? 5:56 to play in the first half yet. And a travel called on Sean McGlory. Get a haircut, kid. Yeah, hippie. McGlory will sit down, and Max Fernholz will come in. Fernholz, a second-team all-conference tight end during the football season. Against the Silver Eagles, he got 2 passes for 27 yards. Max Nelson bringing it up for the Silver Eagles. 5:45 to play, a 25-12 Stoughton lead. This is Caden. Caden up to Sam Hepp up high. They go right side, Max Nelson. Max to Caden Nelson, 3-ball. No, off the backboard. Tomei the putback. Jimmy's first basket of the night, and he draws the foul and will get to the line and shoot a free throw. Who's the foul on? Number 14, Kale McGee. Tomei's first trip to the line tonight. A miss, rebound, Vikings. Silver Eagles not hitting their free throws tonight, that's for sure. WVMO-LP Monona. You're listening to 98.7 FM. Schipper from the free throw line, jump shot, yes. Or I should say no. Schipper just on fire tonight. This is Caden Nelson handing it off to Hepp. Hepp into the lane. Jaden into Jimmy. Jimmy to Max for 3 from the left. No. Rebound Conklin for Stoughton. Under 5 minutes to play. 27-14 Stoughton lead. Silver Eagles on a little bit of a run here. McGee inside, getting the basket and the foul. I don't know about that call. That was Aiden McGee making his third shot of the night. He is 7 points. Jaden will sit down and Jake will come in. Free throw coming up for McGee, and it's good. He has 8 points now. 21, Drew Anderson back into the game for Stoughton. Their coach goes deep in this lineup. Weber likes to substitute a lot of kids. He's got them in and out constantly. Caden Nelson now off a pick from Big Jake. Drives in, Max from the right side, or left side, he'll drive. Tomei to the free throw line, spin move into the paint. Floats one up, gets the basket and a foul. Jimmy Tomei. Second foul called on number 5, Aiden McGee. And that'll send Jimmy to the line again. Jimmy 0 for 1 from the line. The Silver Eagles 1 out of 5 from the line so far. That's terrible. Now Jimmy completes the three-point play. It's a 30-17 lead. The Silver Eagles on a run now. 4:30 to play in the first half. McLaurie, oh, that's Shipper up. To Fernholz to McGee. McGee at the free throw line. Looking inside, knocked away by Schrockenthaler. McGee was looking for 13. Conklin off on the left side, but Jake knocked that one away with that big hand of his. Shipper inbounding in front of the MG student section. This is 21, Anderson, give it off to McGee. They go left side to Shipper. He'll dribble to the free throw line, stop and put up the 12-footer. Shipper just on fire tonight. That kid cannot miss. Caden to Max, inside to Jake Schrockenthaler for 2 in the foul. Another one against Conklin. Jake, the easy basket. He's got 9 points to lead the Silver Eagles in scoring and a chance to get into double figures here. Second foul on Trenton Conklin. Jake to the line where he's 1 out of 4. Jake, the free throw, it's good. 10 points for the big man. It's a 32-20 MG trailing the Stoughton Vikings by 12 with 3:50 to play in the first half. Shipper to Hobson. 3-ball by Fernholz. He keeps trying. Rebound by Conklin. Fernholz another 3. Finally he gets one. It's his first basket of the night. He's averaging 14 a game for these guys and just not putting them in. They look inside for Jake. Guys all over him, and Jake gets the basket and another chance to go to the free throw line. 12 points for the big man. He's got more than half the Silver Eagle buckets. Foul on Drew Anderson, his first. Schrockenthaler to the line where he's 2 out of 5. Henry Houston coming in for Max Nelson. So Silver Eagles go big. Caden Nelson, the only MG player on the floor, is shorter than 6'4". Jake with the free throw. Boom, baby. 13 points for the big guy. And it's 35-23, 3:24 to play in the first half. Shipper bringing it up, right side Fernholz, into the corner. Shipper, he'll drive the baseline. Double team, runs into trouble, gets rid of the ball. And Houston comes up with it for the Silver Eagles. Caden Nelson into the corner to Hepp, right side 3-ball. No, rebound. On the floor, fought for it, Shipper comes up with it. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Shipper down the floor, guarded by Tomei. Give it off to Fernholz. Hobson driving the lane, lays one up, nothing doing there. Schrockenthaler comes up with the ball. Caden Nelson coming in from the right side, lays it up, gets the free throw and the foul. The Silver Eagles turning a lot of these loose balls into easy baskets and a possible three-point play. Foul called on Drew Anderson, his second. Caden Nelson, his second trip to the line. He's 0 for 1 so far. 4 points for Caden. Let's make it 5 here. 35-25, we can get down to single digits. Oh, no, not with that. Rebound Fernholz. Silver Eagles free throw shooting uncharacteristically bad tonight. Shipper brings it up for the Vikings. This is Hobson on the right side. Right corner to Fernholz. He's not afraid to shoot from anywhere. Now he looks inside for Shipper, turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness. Is that kid having a night or what? Caden cross court. They get it to Houston. Henry pulls back, looking for some help up top to Tomei. Jimmy. Brings it in, over to Hep on the left side. Hep to Schrock. Easy layup. No, he gets fouled and no whistle called. Jake gets it back though, puts it up, can't get it to drop, gets the rebound, puts it back up again, and now we get a foul underneath. I think they're going to send Jake to the line for a couple. Holy moly. Foul on number 13, Trenton Conklin, his third, and that'll send Jake to the line for 2. Coming into tonight's game, Shipper's season high was 17. He may have that already. We'll check that at halftime for you. Schrockenthaler hits that one. All right, second one coming up for Jake. 37-26. Misses. Rebound Hobson. Or excuse me, Conklin. Shipper to Hobson, top of the key, guarded by Tomei. Drives into the lane. Taken away by Schrock. Ahead to Caden. He goes to Henry Houston. Henry lays it up and in for 2. First basket for Henry. 37-28. 9-point lead. This is the closest it's been in quite some time. Minute and a half to play in the first half. They go right side. Up top to Fernholz. Boy, a long three. Oh my goodness. Fernholz earned that one. That had to be close to 25 feet. 40-28. Silver Eagles battling back. Inside for Schrock, saves it from going out of bounds to Hep. Up top to Houston, swinging around to Caden. Right corner, Tomei for 3. Boom, baby! Jimmy Tomei having a good night. He's got 8 already. 40-31, under a minute to play in the first half. An exciting first half. The Silver Eagles got way down early on and have battled back. This is Shipper playing for last shot. 45 seconds left in the half. Stoughton leading it by 9. He'll give it to Fernholz. Way up high on the left side, right side. 30 seconds to play. This is Hobson, guarded by Hep. They give it to Shipper again. Don't let Shipper anywhere near the basket. That kid can hit anything. Now he drives in the lane, spin move. They're going to call a foul. Nobody touched him. Nope. They're going to call the travel. Good. Shipper doing a spin move and no reason for it. There was nobody standing near him. All right, the Silver Eagles will have the ball, down by 9. 23 seconds left in the first half. Caden Nelson, Sam Hep, Jake Schrockenthaler, Max Nelson, and Jimmy Tomei, the starting 5 on the floor for the Silver Eagles. This is Caden Nelson coming up right side to Tomei. Up top to Jake, left side Caden Nelson. Up top to Max. Max off the pick, lays up the right-hander. No! Rebound Fernholz. Or Hobson. Hobson hands off to Shipper. Shipper the 3-ball. Nope, at the buzzer he misses. They'll go to the locker room. The Silver Eagles trailing the Stoughton Vikings 40-31. Stay tuned. This is WVMO LP, the voice of Monona with Silver Eagle basketball. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Welcome back to Monona Grove High School as the Silver Eagles trail the Stoughton Vikings 40-31. An exciting first half. We got some halftime entertainment. Dancer out on the floor there. Hey, she's good. Anyways, let me run down the scoring in the first half for the Vikings. 20 points for Brady Shipper, a career high in just the first half of basketball. Aiden McGee, one of their other seniors, with 8 points. Their leading scorer, Max Fernholz, held to 6. Tommy McLean, their big man, held to 4 points, and 2 for Adam Hobson. It's Shipper doing the damage. Stoughton hitting 7 out of 8 from the free throw line. Silver Eagles hitting only 5 out of 12 from the free throw line. Only 31 points in the first half. 14 of those by Jake Schrockenthaler, 8 by Jimmy Tomei as he came in on strong in the latter minutes of that half. Caden Nelson with 4, 3 for Sam Hep. He hit the first basket of the game for MG and nothing since then. Henry Houston for 2. They trail it 40-31. Well, let's go back a few years. Back to December 5th, 1969, these two teams matched up. Monona Grove a winner. 63-43 as they turned it on in the second half to beat the Stoughton Vikings. Leading scorers for the Silver Eagles that night: Tom Joris with 20 points, Dick Patterson had 13, Tom DeRunks had 11, and Greg Coleman had 8 points. Silver Eagles turned that one on in the third quarter. Let's hope they can do that tonight. And then they kept it going in the fourth. That was a close game. The Silver Eagles led at halftime 32-26, ultimately a 63-43 winner. Monona Grove going to 2-0 in the conference, 4-1 overall. Stoughton dropping to 0-2 conference, 0-5 overall. I would dare say this is a much better team here tonight. After that, the Silver Eagles took on the Edgerton Cardinals, I think. It's Crimson Tide, there it is. Beating the Tide 58-51. Patterson, the leading scorer that night with 20. Thompson and Joris had 14 and 12 respectively. Silver Eagles early in that season jumping out to a 4-0 record. Their fourth win of the year was against Jefferson, the Jefferson Eagles, beating them, let's see, where's my score here? 83-41. Once again, Tom Joris, Dick Patterson leading them in scoring. Joris, let's see, with 8 points. Patterson lighting it up for 33 points, this junior's career high to that point. Remember, Patterson ended up with over 1,000 points for his career. That's a figure soon approached by big Jake Schrockenthaler. Jake with nearly 900 as he's wrapping up his third year of varsity play here at Monona Grove. Well, this has been quite the battle. Stoughton coming out, taking a 24-8 lead. The Silver Eagles fighting back from that point. Let's see. Yeah, the Silver Eagles leading them in scoring from that point, but they got to make up some ground here as they trail it by 9. They got to find their shooting touch. They've gotten the ball inside, but they missed a lot of easy baskets early on. And the 3-ball not dropping tonight from Monona Grove. Only 2 in the first half. They had 14 the other night against Fort Atkinson. Sam Hepp with 6 of them. Caden Nelson had 4. Max Nelson had a couple. Tomei and Houston each had 1. And then the free throw shooting was good that night too, 11 out of 13. All the things you're supposed to do, they were doing right that night. Tonight it's been a struggle, and they just cannot stop Brady Shipper. You put Shipper's average game out there, you know, which is, let me check, I think he's averaging about 10 a game. 11.3. He's almost doubled that already. You know, put his average game out there. Let's be generous and say he scored 6 or 7 in the first half. It's an MG lead at halftime. Instead, they're down by 9. Monona Grove with their 11-0 record on the line here. Next Friday night they'll be playing in the Badger Challenge, taking on their corresponding team from the Badger North. I suspect it'll be either Stoughton, that's who we're playing tonight, Wanakee or Mount Horeb, although DeForest is in that mix too. I see Coach Eric Nelson and his wife here tonight taking in the game, watching their son play. Hope you got a chance to see that little girl dancing out at half court at halftime. That was pretty funny. Little cutie with pigtails. Little kids are the best, aren't they? Yeah, when they get to my age. Then they're just bitter old men. No, wait, I'm not bitter. I'm having a blast up here. All right, we're seconds away from starting the second half. The Silver Eagles come out with the same 5 that started the game for them. Schrockenthaler, Tomei, Hepp, Nelson, and Nelson. This is a good 5. We got it in us to get this one back. Earlier tonight in the 2 JV games, JV 1, the Stoughton team was victorious, 63-58. JV 2, MG 1, 51-34. So this is the deciding match of the night, and really the one that matters the most. All right, Hobson will inbound for the Vikings. They will also bring out Shipper, McLean, let's see, Fernholtz, and Aiden McGee. Same starting 5 for them. All right, Shipper with the ball. They've got Tomei matched up on him. Silver Eagles play pretty strict man-to-man except when they're in that zone. Shipper trying to go baseline, blocked by Tomei. They give it out to McLean on the top of the key, swing it around the left side to Hobson. Now they go into the corner to Fernholtz. Up top again, and Caden almost came up with the loose ball. Instead, it's McGee looking for some help. He finds McLean. They go left side, or right side, Fernholtz, now left. McGee missing, rebound Schrockenthaler. That's a good start to the second half. Max Nelson will bring it across for the Silver Eagles. Max up top to Caden. Swing it to the left side to Tomei. Tomei looking inside for Jake. Jake, stop and put up the 12-footer. No. Rebound, Max Nelson. Max elbowing his way in. Has it knocked out of bounds. It's going to be MG ball. Just underway here in the second half. A 40-31 Stoughton lead. The Silver Eagles with the ball and a chance to cut into that 9-point margin. Max Nelson will inbound. Bust that boy out of prison. He is super Max. Max got to get it in soon. Goes up top for Tomei. Jimmy gets it back to Max on the left side. Drive into the lane. Flip it out to Sam in the right corner. Up to Tomei up high. They're looking inside. Knocked down by McLean. Picked up by Hobson. McGee thought about the three. That's Fernholz will take it. Nope. Ooh, no foul called. Tomei fighting for that one. Tips it to Max. Max inside to Caden. Caden underneath the basket. The hip on the left corner. He'll dribble up top. Knocked away by McGee. It's MG ball. Some tough D here to start the second half. We're scoreless, a minute 14 into it. 40-31. Silver Eagles with the ball. This is Caden Nelson, guarded by Brady Shipper. Brady Shipper is on fire. Caden into the left side, leaner, no. McLean comes up with it right in front of Jake. Jake didn't have a chance. He was totally screened by that one. They had a couple Vikings in his way. Now Shipper will bring it up, top of the key, drive the lane. No, step back. In the switch, he ends up guarded by Jake. Jake not as fast, but decidedly larger than Shipper. Shipper's not going to take that shot. Fernholz will take the long three. No. McGee gets the rebound to Shipper, to Fernholz left side. Another three. Nails that one. Fernholz has 3 threes, 9 points tonight for the senior. First points of the second half. Tomei pushed out of bounds by McGee. That'll be McGee's third foul. First foul of the second half against the Vikings. McLaurie will come in and Aiden McGee will sit down. 15:54 in the play in the game. 43-31. The Vikings on top by 12. Silver Eagles with the ball under the basket. Schrockenthaler inbounds it to Tomei. Caden Nelson top of the key. Back into Jake. Tries to back in. Hands off Max. Dump it down low to Sam Hepp for three. Can't get it to drop. Rebound Fernholz. Shipper will bring it across. Vikings setting up their offense. Hobson to Fernholz right side. Up on top to McLaurie. McLaurie trying to drive, blocked. Fernholz, he'll come in from the left side, lays one up, no. Tipped by Laurie into the hands of Caden McGee, or Caden Nelson. Caden on the run. He'll wait for catch up. Now he'll drive up the right side. No foul called. Can't get it to drop. Ahead to Fernholz, coming down the right for Stoughton. Up top to Hobson. They swing it around to Brady. Shipper. McLaurie up top to Hobson. To Fernholz, to the free throw line, to McLaurie up top. McLaurie trying to drive. Nice wraparound pass into the hands, and a double dribble called on McLean, I believe that was. Silver Eagle ball with exactly 15 minutes to play and a 12-point lead. Heppel sit down, and Houston comes in for him. I like Henry Houston. Good player, 6'4" guard. Can shoot, he can play some good D. He gets the ball on the cross-court pass. Take that three, Henry. No. Rebound, Fernholz. Silver Eagles just not getting the ball to drop tonight. This is hard to watch because they were shooting so well the last time we saw them Tuesday night. Shipper. They swing it back to Shipper from Fernholz. Shipper into the lane. Down low to McGee. McLean. McLean for two. 6 points for the senior forward. His first basket of the second half. And it's a 14-point Stoughton lead. Caden Nelson up top to Max. And Max throws it away. He was looking for Jake to cut. No cut happened, and the ball went out of bounds harmlessly, except now it goes back to Stoughton, and Coach Z calling a timeout. Time for a stern talking to, I think. Dan's not one to cotton to this foolishness. 45-31, 14 minutes and 19 seconds to play. Vikings looking to dethrone the Silver Eagles. Both these teams tied at 6-0 in the Badger South. Monona Grove's 11-0 overall. Their best start in quite some time. I'd have to go back and check my records to see the last time was we started the season 11-0. Coach Z earlier this season picking up his 250th win. I've got him officially at 253 wins, 218 losses. All right, Silver Eagles ready to go coming out of the timeout. Let's play some D. Let's score some points, guys. 14-19 to play, and we trail it by 14 points. This has got to be the biggest margin the Silver Eagles have trailed any game this late in the season. We're about halfway through the season, so there's a lot of games we played yet. But boy, you got an 11-0 record. You hate to see that besmirched by this bunch of guys. Vikings. Oh, this is Shipper guarded by Tomei. Jimmy, one of the best defenders on the team. Shipper, a little spin move, gets it to McLean up high. Off to Hobson. Looking down low for Shipper. Brady Shipper for 2 more. His first basket of the second half. Henry into the lane for 2. About time. 4 points for Henry now. 47-33. Shipper down the left side. Hand off to Fernholz. Swing it around to Hobson. Hobson out to McLaury. Left side, up top to Fernholz. They're guarding him close because he'll put it up as soon as he crosses into the parking lot. Fernholz over to Shipper on the high right side. To McLean. To Hobson at the top of the key. McLaury in the corner. Dump it down low to McLean. McLean to Fernholz for 2. That was a nice pass. Fernholz's first 2-point field goal of the night. I've got him for 11 points. Max Nelson, give it to Henry. Henry can't get the layup to drop. Rebound Fernholz. Tomei tries to steal it away, slides into the MG bench, and it's Stoughton ball. Jake will take a seat, and Sam Hepp will come back in for the Silver Eagles. Give the big man a rest. We're at 12:59 to play, a 49-33 Stoughton lead. Silver Eagles with an uphill battle. Shipper beating Tomei across the timeline. Fernholz looking for Hobson. They go to McLaury in the corner. He'll dribble it and give it up top to Fernholz. Now they loop it inside to McLean. Little turnaround. No, we'll give it to Shipper for 3. Shipper for 3. His first 3 of the night. The kid is on fire. 25 points for the senior guard. A career high. Caden Nelson now up top to Tomei. Jimmy trying to spin move in. Lays it up. No, off the backboard. Rebound McLaury. Jimmy hit the deck. No foul called. Back to Shipper. Into the left corner is Fernholz. He'll put up the 3. Long. Rebound Tomei. Jimmy's got to slow down, catch his breath here. 12:49 to play. What do we got? Timeout called by the officials, I believe. Good. Let Jimmy catch his breath here. I don't know what the deal is. The officials talking to Coach Z. They're calling the athletic director to the scorer's table. I'm not sure what's going on here. Jeff Schreiner at the table now with the officials and the scorekeepers. Officials are huddling at half court. This is a little confusing. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's 12:49 to play. And something happened to the scoreboard because it says 33-0. I like having the 33-point lead, but that's not right. I think it was 33-49. We may be having technical difficulties. This is going to be a problem if we don't know the score. Bit of a timeout here. I haven't seen this happen before. The other night we were having problems with the scoreboard. We couldn't keep track of the fouls accurately. In fact, that was not Tuesday night when we played. When was that? Thursday against Oregon, was it? The 4th? I believe it was. We had trouble with the fouls. Now it's the problem with the scoreboard, keeping track of the actual score. It says 33-0, which I like that score better than our actual score, but I believe it's 49-33. I could add up my points here. Let's see. What did they have? 40 at halftime? Oh, it's more than 49. It's 51-33. I believe. 52-33, excuse me. So we've got a bit of a technical difficulty here. I talked about the Silver Eagles 69-70 team beating Edgerton and Jefferson in their last game. That pushed Monona Grove, let's see, to 4-0 in conference. Silver Eagles against Jefferson, putting up 26 points in the first quarter, taking a 26-11 lead. Then the second quarter, 18-9. So at halftime, they're up 44-20 over the Jefferson Eagles. Now, A.D. Schreiner back out with a backup scoring or scoreboard control. A few minutes here while they get this plugged in. All season long, I'm going to tell you exploits of the 69-70 team. That was the Silver Eagles' first state tournament team. They, of course, did not win the state tournament, but school's first trip there, 15 years into their infancy. Just think, as a high school, they couldn't even drive a car yet. So we'll talk about the exploits of Joris, DeRungs, Coleman, Patterson, Thompson, the other DeRungs. I think it was Tom and Dick DeRungs. Both of them football players. In fact, Silver Eagles on that squad had 8 guys who led her from last year. All 8 of them played on the football team, and they were Badger Conference champs. Each of them had 124 points or more the previous season. That was a good team. Coach Levac had been around for a long time prior to coming to Monona Grove, but this was one of the best teams he'd ever see. Patterson, just a 6'4" junior at the time. All right, we're still working on getting the scoreboard up and running again. Both teams coming over to their sidelines to get a little additional coaching. I missed the scoreboard going out. It was shortly after Tomei got the rebound. He's had a rough second half. He's been bounced around a couple times tonight. Let's see if we can get things up and running again. This is going to be extremely hard to announce and harder to coach too, I imagine, if you don't know the score or how much time is left. They had the time working, but not knowing the score changes things dramatically. Now Jeff Schreiner walking off the floor. Going over to the other side of the gym, see if we got an additional scoreboard controller. He's on the phone to somebody. Not to put any pressure on Jeff. He does an outstanding job here. He's been a longtime athletic director. Monona Grove, of course, first athletic director was John Clement, the legendary John Clement. He's in the Athletic Directors Hall of Fame, the National Hall of Fame, for all that he's done here at Monona Grove and with the MG Invitational Track Meet. There were a few athletic directors in between him and Jeff Schreiner, but Jeff Schreiner making a name for himself here. He's done an outstanding job, and he's always been very kind to the video program. So shout out to him. All right, both student sections taking a seat as we seem to be in this for the long haul. This runs much longer. We may be calling a timeout and going back to our music programming because you know you only want to listen to me so long. These two teams were Badger Conference South favorites. The Vikings were coming back with a couple of good players, Fernholz and McLean. If they had Di Benedetto, this would be an entirely different season for them because they'd be really tough. Benedetto hurt himself during the football season and is likely to miss the entire season. But Shipper sure stepped up. And speaking of Shipper, let's talk about when these two teams played football. Remember going down to Stoughton in the rain? Maybe you didn't, but I did. Both teams undefeated that night. That was October 6th. I believe they're both 5-0, 6-0. Undefeated, playing for the Badger Conference title. Silver Eagles victorious on that night. They jumped out to a 41-20 lead before ultimately winning 63-35. Alec Ogden, remember Alec, he's unable to play tonight. The quarterback having a great game, 12 out of 23, 5 touchdowns, 364 yards, I think. No, that's what Shipper had. Ogden, I believe, had over 300 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. Anthony Ellis, one of our basketball players here, caught a 12-yard touchdown pass. Jackson Thompson that night running for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the Stoughton side of things, it was Brady Shipper night, just like it was tonight. Shipper running 34 times for 304 yards and 5 touchdowns. He had all 5 of their touchdowns. 30 points scored by the senior running back, the all-state running back. Fernholz, I mentioned, catching a pass in that game. Tommy McLean, an outstanding defensive lineman. And Jordan D. Benedetto, defensive back wide receiver, one of the honorable mention all picks. All right. We're still trying to get things going here. Haven't paid much attention to see where we've got. Ooh, they're getting the manual scoring out. Wow. Okay. They've got the time back up on the clock. Hey, they've got the score here too, 52-33 with 12:29 to play in the game. They're all set to get out the manual score thing. It's like an old TV game show back in the 50s, where they're flipping over the scores. But instead they get things going. Fingers crossed it'll hang in there for another 12:29. Silver Eagles will have the ball with 12:29 to play. They trail. 52-33. This is trouble. All right, Max Nelson will inbound with the Silver Eagles right in front of the MG students. Everybody getting back up on their feet. MG students mostly in black tonight. Stoughton in their purple. Purple. All right. Let's cause some purple pain. Get it? Like purple rain? Yeah, it's not that funny, but I'm trying. Come on, give me credit. All right, Max, Caden, Jimmy, Sam, and Henry Houston. All right, we're ready to go here. Shipper, McLaury, Fernholz going against Tomei. Tomei pushed out of bounds by Fernholz. That'll be Max's first foul. Just the first foul, second team foul against Fernholz. So Houston inbounding. They hep in the right corner, up top to Caden. Caden back to Max in the right. He'll drive the baseline, he'll float one up, and Max for 2. I do believe, yes, that is Max Nelson's first basket of the night. Now they go down low. Up top to McGee. No, that was Hobson with the miss. Rebound by Jimmy Tomei. Miss by Tomei. Rebound Stoughton. And Shipper will bring it across. Fernholz, left side, up top to Shipper. They swing it around to the left to McLaury. 11.5 minutes to play, 11:45. Correct that. It's taken away by Tomei. Jimmy will lay it up and in for 2. Jimmy with 10 points now. 52-37. We're creeping back. 11.5 to play. One basket at a time, boys. Nobody's going to hit that 14-point three-pointer. McLaury floats one up. No. Rebound and put back Trenton Conklin, his first points of the night. That was a big one. 54-37. Max Nelson for 3. In and out. Rebound. Hep falling away. Puts one up. Can't get it to drop. Rebound Hobson. Spin move to get across the line to McLaury on the left side. 11 minutes to play. The Silver Eagles down by 15. Shipper into the lane. Draws the foul on the floor. Will not get a free throw out of this one. I think they're going to get Hep for the foul. That's Sam's first. Not an abundance of Silver Eagle fouls tonight. Now McLean will come in. Schrockenthaler back into the game, and Houston will take a seat. Houston's turned into a really valuable swing man. Great sixth man tonight, especially with Ogden on the bench. McLaury up top for the Vikings. Fernholz, another long three. Man, missing that one. He's cold as anything tonight. Tomei brings it up for the Silver Eagles. Max coming in from the right side, lost it to McLaury, tipped out of bounds. It's MG ball. McGee in for the Vikings. Who's going to take a seat? Somebody has to. McLaury will. Sam Hepte inbound against Hobson for the Vikings. Starters have played a lot of minutes tonight. Coach Z not going very deep on the bench at all. I think just 9 guys, and the subs have played sparingly. Houston getting the majority of those minutes. All right. Sam Heppo inbound from the left corner. Up top to Caden Nelson. Caden will dribble over, give it to Max on the right side. Max Nelson to the top of the key, almost fouled by McLean. Tomei looking inside, tipped out of bounds by the Vikings. McGee getting a hand up and slapping that one up into the air. 54-37, 10:26 to play. Thanks for sticking with us during those technical difficulties with the scoreboard. Everything seems to be fine so far, knock on wood. Up top to Tomei. This is Caden, guarded by Shipper. Trying to dribble around him. Gets it to Max Nelson, top of the key, hand off to Tomei. Jimmy thought about the three, thought about driving. Now he'll back it up. He's into the right corner, looking for some help. He'll drive into the lane, kick it off to Max. 3 ball, boom, baby! Max Nelson with the big 3. Max with 5 points all in the last couple minutes. 54-40. Fernholz to Hobson, swing it around to the left to McGee. McGee to Shipper. They're all over Shipper. They get it to Fernholz in the left corner. Up top to Shipper again. Over to McGee on the right side. Drives the lane. Can't get it to drop. McGee the putback and draws the foul. They're going to get Jake on that one. Jake or Jimmy. Jimmy with the foul. Just the first foul on Jimmy Tomei. That'll send McGee to the line for 2. Makes the first. McGee 2 for 2 now from the line. Stoughton shooting extremely well from the line tonight. He's 3 for 3. That makes them 9 out of 10 from the line as a team. Caden down the floor. Thought about the 3. They give it to Tomei on top. Hep inside to Schrockenthaler. Coming up the right side. Nice move. Can't get it to drop though. Gets the rebound. The putback for 2. 16 points for Schrocks. 56-42. Inside to McLean for 2. Well, that was fast. McLean with 8 points. Silver Eagles down the floor in a hurry. This is Caden Nelson. Right side, Tomei. Jimmy into the lane. 8-footer, 2 more for Jimmy. I've got Jimmy for 12 points tonight. Shipper, double team, gets it off to Hobson. They go into the right corner, McGee, 3 ball. Nope, short, rebound Jake. Nope, Sam with the rebound. They give it to Jimmy, who'll bring it up. 58-44, 14-point lead with 8:50 to play. Sam into the lane for 2. And a timeout called by Stoughton. Coach Nolan Weber not liking what he sees. The Silver Eagles making a little bit of a run here. Back to within 12 with 8:45 to play. 58-46 here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Whew, mercy. What a game. 58-46, Silver Eagles down by 12. 8:45 to play, so plenty of time. Monona Grove just has to be patient, play some good defense, and make some of these shots. And for cry, make some free throws, guys. 5 out of 12 from the line tonight. You know, throw a few more of those in, and we've got less than a 10-point game here. Oh, man. All right, after tonight, Silver Eagle boys, let's see. Oh, I mentioned they'll play in the Badger Challenge next Friday night. The girls will be here, and that'll be a radio game on WVMO. Thursday night, the girls take on the Stoughton Vikings. Come out and see Melissa Warnock, Julia Bruns, Jenny Gordon. They've got some good players on the girls team. Of course, the best being McKenna Warnock. Warnock, the #1 junior in the state probably the #1 player in the state, but they're being kind to some senior. She's creeping up on 1,000 points for a career. Or is she over 1,000? I don't know. I haven't totaled it up. I'll have that for you Thursday night. Tune in and listen to me do that game. All right, they bring it in. This is Shipper double teamed, trying to get it across against the MG press. McGee back to Shipper. They got to get it across soon. They get it to McLean across the timeline. 8:30 to play. This is Shipper working against Max Nelson. Max with a couple of fouls on him. McLean right side. Up top to McGee, swinging around left side. Shipper up top to Fernholz. McGee again looking for Hobson, trying to go baseline. Jake comes up with a loose ball. Ahead to Jimmy Tomei. Tomei will take it himself into the lane. And a blocking foul called against the Vikings. Foul's starting to pile up against Stoughton. This is going to start to bite them pretty soon. Third team foul against them. Who's this on? Who's this on? Come on, put it on the scoreboard for me. Number 5, Aiden McGee, his 4th. Jake inbounds it up high to Jimmy Tomei. Almost has it slapped away. This is Max Nelson now. Excuse me, Henry Houston into the game. Now Caden fouled by Shipper. Shipper's second foul. 4th team foul. Caden inbounding in front of the MG bench. Oh, that was Max to Caden, back to Max. Right side, Max into the free throw line. Houston, left corner, up to Max, top of the key, back to Houston, left elbow, loop it into Jake, over his head, into the hands of Tommy McLean. Stoughton with the steal. Another turnover by the Silver Eagles, 58-46, still a 12-point game, 7:40 to play. Most serious threat to the Silver Eagles streak so far this season. McLaury from the left corner. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Sean McLaury's first points of the night, and it was a big free throw. 61-46, we trail it by 15 now. Tomei into the lane, lost the handle, picked up by Henry Houston. Now Jimmy will shoot the 3. No, rebound, Hobson. Oh, and Hobson got swiped at by Schrock. McLean having words with him. I don't think Jake's foul was intentional. He was trying to slap the ball away from Thompson, or from Hobson. And that's the 3rd foul on Big Jake. No, nothing intentional about that. He was trying to slap it loose. Houston will sit down. Max Nelson will sit down. Hepp and Scalisi come in. We haven't seen much of Joey tonight. Joey, a good 3-point shooter and a pesky defender. Shipper brings it across, guarded by Tomei. Fernholz for 3. He's off. Knocked out of bounds by Caden Nelson. 7:05 to play, 61-46 Stoughton lead. Shipper inbounding. Gets it into Fernholz. Swinging up top to Hobson. McLaury, Hobson, Fernholz on the right. Now he'll dribble up to the top of the key and give it to McLaury. Left corner, McLean trying to back in. Turnaround jumper, no. Rebound, Schrock. Quickly ahead into the hands of Laurie. They were looking for Scalisi for the easy 2. Laurie stepped in front of it. McLaury. Shipper drives the lane, right hand layup for 2. Third 27 for Brady Shipper. It's a 63-46 Stoughton lead. Caden can't get it to drop. Rebound Schreck. Genthaler can't get the putback. Gets it again. 3rd time's the charm for Big Jake. I've got Jake for 18 points. Tipped. Recovered by Fernholz in the left corner. Shipper to the free throw line, into the lane. Kick it back to McLaury. Out to Fernholz on the right side. Up top to Shipper. 6 minutes to play. Silver Eagles need to get some offense going. Shipper for 3. Oh, man. 30 points for Brady Shipper. Why does he save his best performances when he takes on MG? He had 5 touchdowns in that football game, and now tonight he's got 30 points. Jake, left-hand layup for 2. I've got Jake for 20 points. It's a 66-50 game. 5.5 minutes to play. Shipper, left side, draws the foul. No, he's called for a carry, and it'll be MG ball. Now Max will come in, and Scalisi will take a seat. 5:28 to play, a 16-point Stoughton lead. We got our work cut out for us. It's not impossible, but it's getting harder every tick of the clock. Max Nelson bringing it across. He's picked up by McLaury for the Vikings. They give it to Hip. Left elbow. Up top to Jake. Swing it to the right to Tomei. He's looking for some help. 3 ball for Nelson. I couldn't tell which one. We're going to give it to Caden. What the heck? I might be wrong. Now, Shipper tied up in the double team and walked with it. It's MG's ball. 66-53. 5 minutes exactly to play. The turnover by the Vikings. The Silver Eagles have some breathing room here. 66-53. Max Nelson will inbound in front of the MG coaches. Up top to Caden. Caden loop it into Jake. Jake double team looking for some help. Sam Hep from the left corner. No. Tipped by Jake, and they're going to say a foul on the big man. Reaching over the back of Tommy McLean. Good effort. That's the 4th foul on Jake. Can't afford to take him out now. Now with 4:50 to play, down by 13. They get it in against the MG press. They break the press, get it across to McLaury. Fernholz double team. McLaury looking inside for McLean. McLean for an easy 2. He's into double figures. 68-53. Tomei for 3. Boom, baby! Jimmy having a great night tonight. 15 points for the senior. Now McLaury down the floor. Excuse me, that was Shipper to McLaury, and McLaury's fouled by Max Nelson. 3rd foul on Max. So Max with 3, Jake with 4. We need both those guys to stay in the game. 4:23 to play, a 68-56 Stoughton lead. This is Hobson. Up top, down. They go down low to McLean. He goes to McLaury, top of the key. Shipper coming in from the left, stop and pop. Of course he puts it in. I've got Shipper with 32 points tonight, 70-56. Tomei for 3. Jimmy! Jimmy! 3 threes for Jimmy tonight as he's heating up. And now we got Max reaching in and drawing his 4th foul. I like saying Jimmy, don't I? All right, 70-59, 11-point game. With 3:55 to play. Silver Eagles need a Herculean effort now to win this one. It can be done. They trail it by just 11. 3:55 to play. A couple of threes there by Jimmy Tomei has got the Silver Eagles back in this game. I've got Jimmy for 18 points. That might be his career high. Let me check here. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, I would say his previous high was 13 points against McFarland. Oh yeah, we did the doubleheader down in McFarland. Jimmy had a nice night. He's got a career high 18 tonight, and they've needed every one of them as they trail the Vikings with 3:55 to play, 70-58, 59 here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. I should do the official station ID, WVMO LP Monona. Almost sound adult when I do that, don't I? This is serious business, this radio stuff. There's no screwing around here. Fool around and fool around until somebody gets hurt, right, Dad? All right. Just under 4 minutes to play, an 11-point Stoughton lead. Vikings have the ball in front of the MG bench. Silver Eagles putting the press on. Grady Shipper, an outstanding night tonight. I got to give him a lot of credit. He has really upped his game. Averaging 11 a game. He's got 32 by my unofficial count. Fernholz into Hobson, top of the key. They go left side to McGee. McGee dribbling a few seconds off the clock. Now tries to drive. Stop, top of the key. Give it to Fernholz. Left side into the corner to Hobson. A miss. Rebound by Max Nelson. Max will put the brakes on. Let his team catch up. They give it to Caden up top. Caden will drive into the lane. Nice fake to get McLean up in the air, and 2 points for Caden Nelson. Caden with only 6 points tonight, well off his average, but that one pulls us to within 9 with 3:15 to play. They get it across to McLean. Over to Shipper right side. Fernholz for 3. Missing. A race to the corner. McGee wins it. Up to McLean again. They go back to Shipper on the right side. Shipper, the easy 2. Oh, I'm getting tired of saying Shipper's name. 72-61 into the lane. This is going to be a foul on Shipper, I believe. Third foul on Brady Shipper. 16 fouls on Monona Grove, 5 on the Vikings. So he'll be in the bonus soon. Max will have to inbound underneath his own basket. 2:52 left. They go up top. That was Caden Nelson getting that one partially blocked. Shipper comes up with the ball into the double team. Hobson gets it across to McLean. McLean will step back. He stepped right inside the three-point circle. Now Hepp comes in and fouls him. 2:37 to play. I don't know if that was trying to foul him and send him to the line, but Sam picking up his second foul. Remember, Max Nelson and Jake Schrockethal are each with 4 fouls. McLean's first trip to the line tonight. 6'4" senior with 10 points already. Good time to miss him. There you go. You can see that one go right off the front of the rim. And Jimmy Tomei comes up with it for the Silver Eagles. 72-61, Tomei, Hepp on the left side. He'll come up high. Max Nelson driving in from the right, and Max draws the foul. This one on McGee. And that should be 5 for McGee. Yep, he heads to the bench with 5 fouls. He had, 8, 9, 10 points for McGee. He had a nice night. McLaury will come in for McGee. 2:25 to play, 72-61. Both teams in the bonus now. Nelson inbounding under the MG basket. Gets it into Schrockenthaler. Up top to Caden Nelson. Back to Max in the right corner. 3 for Max, a million. 8 points for Max now, 72-64. Stolen by Caden. No, we're going to get the foul. We're either going to get Caden or Sam with this one. I don't know who they signaled there. It looked like he signaled 11, and 11 isn't in the game. No, he's calling for a 1-and-1. That's what it is. Caden called for the foul? Apparently so. Scoreboard says he's got 1. I've got him for 2, and this sends Hobson to the line for 1-and-1. First trip to the line. Sophomore has 2 points so far tonight. Missing that one. Rebound, Jimmy Tomei. Good time for a miss. Whistle underneath. This could be against Fernholz. Yes, it is. Fernholz with the second foul. That'll send Jimmy to the line for a 1-and-1. No, 2 shots for Jimmy. Tomei, 1 out of 2 from the line so far. 72-64, an 8-point game with 2:05 to play. This is very doable, ladies and gentlemen. Moms and dads, boys and girls, dogs and cats, birds and fish. Tomei, off the front of the rim. Jimmy, gotta make your free throws. Gotta make them. This is the time you gotta make your free throws, and the Silver Eagle free throw shooting tonight has really stunk. I mean, to be very blunt about it, they were awesome against Fort Atkinson Tuesday. Tonight they're below 50%. He misses that one too. Rebound McLean. Jimmy's missed 3 out of his 4 free throws tonight. He's not the only one, but boy, we got to make him. And now Fernholz draws a foul. Jimmy called for the foul. Tomei having a great night tonight, picks up his second foul, and that'll send Max Fernholz to the line for the first time tonight. Fernholz with 11 points, 3 threes, and a 2-point field goal. 72-64, minute 59 to play in this one. Fernholz's first attempt is good. Fernholz, their leading scorer. He's had a fairly quiet night tonight. Second one, no good. Rebound Jake. Missed there by Max. Full court pressure. McLaury to Hobson. Across, stolen by Jimmy Tomei. Jimmy to Caden at center court. Into the front court. Max for three. No. Rebound, Hep. Oh, and he lost the handle on it. Picked up by Fernholz. A minute and a half to play. Shipper gets fouled by Sam Hep. Slipping away from us here, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Minute 30 to play and a 9-point Stoughton lead. Brady Shipper going to the line. Shipper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7 from the line so far. 30 points for him and a chance to add a couple more here. Exactly a minute and a half to play. 90 seconds. The Silver Eagles got to score some points if they're going to win their 12th game of the season. Shipper hitting another one. Brady Shipper, just an amazing night for him tonight. Doubled his best scoring output of the season. Makes them both. 75-64, an 11-point lead. Under a minute and a half to play. Caden lays it up and in. And a timeout called. I've got Caden with 11 points as he gets into double figures on that one. 75-66. Back to a 9-point lead. Silver Eagles started slowly, hitting only 2 3-pointers in the first half. They've hit 5 in the second half. They're going to need at least 3 more the way we're going. Minute 24 to play, 66 for the Silver Eagles. They trail by 9, 75 for the Vikings. Whoo-wee, what a game. We got a full house tonight, almost a full house tonight, and they have not been disappointed. Cold outside, but it's hot in here. I'm just full of cliches, ladies and gentlemen. Full of something. All right. Trockenthaler, Hep, Tomei, Nelson, and Nelson for the Silver Eagles. They're starting 5 on the floor. They get it into McLaury. Hobson back to McLaury. They break the press to Fernholz in the front court. Fernholz, oh no, oh my. That would be on Jake, and that would be his 5th. My goodness. I've got 20 points for Jake as he fouls out. Henry Houston will come in. This is going to send Fernholz to the line for a 1-and-1. Or are we in the double bonus already? I don't know. I'd like to think things would be different if Alec Ogden was playing, but I don't know if he'd make this big a difference. Fernholz hits his second. He's 2 out of 3 from the line. Another one coming up. It's a 10-point game now, 76-66 with a minute 16 to play. Fernholz's second one coming up. Off the rim. Rebound Caden. Up the floor in a hurry. Hep coming in from the left side. Sam Hep for 2. Hep with 7 points now. 76-68, minute 3, and a foul called against Sam Hep. Got to foul him at this point. That's Hep's 4th. Now, Hep and Max Nelson, each with 4 fouls. Caden has 2, Houston has 1, and Tomei has 2, so watch for them to get in there on D. Fernholz again from the line. Stoughton is making their free throws tonight. I mean, that's been a big difference, especially in this second half. They've missed a couple of them, but for the most part, there he drops that one in. They've been dead on. 78-68, a minute 3 to play. Caden will pick it up and start the clock. Top of the key, he goes to Max. Coming in from the right side. Houston for 3. No. Rebound McLean. Vikings across the floor. Houston swatting at him. Caden. Tomei comes up with a loose ball. Quickly ahead to Caden Nelson. And Caden draws the foul and will get 2 shots. Caden had an easy, fast break. Who are they calling this on? Didn't see who the foul was on yet. There we go on McLaury. Caden sinks the first. This is the time to make them, boys. 78-69, 43 seconds to play. Caden Nelson making them both. 78-70. Now we need some D here, boys. Hobson, McLaury to Shipper. I thought he walked with it. Now Houston will get called for the foul and send Brady Shipper to the line. Second foul on Henry Houston. Shipper to the line. Let's see, Shipper is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 9 tonight from the line. He's hit a three-pointer and a bunch of two-point field goals. He's got 2 coming up here. Makes the first. 79-70. This is going to be tough with just 36 seconds left. I got a bad feeling here, folks. Mom and Dad, you watching this? This is good. Well, it's bad, but it's an exciting game. Two-pointer, two field goal, free throws made by Shipper. It's an 80-70 game. Timeout called on the floor. 80-70, a 10-point Stoughton lead. 36 seconds left, so it's not impossible, but man, they got to light it up and they got to get the ball back. They got to count on Stoughton either throwing it away or missing all their free throws. And I don't know. Stoughton's missed 5 free throws all night. Made about 12 of them. A good effort here. And it's not done yet. Silver Eagles fought back hard. They trail it by 10. They trailed by 9 at halftime, 40-31. But Brady Shipper, I got to count this up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 37, 38 points for Shipper. His best this season was 17. 17 points, and he lights us up for 38. And remember, I was talking about football. What does he do? I mean, we win the game, but Shipper lights us up for 364 yards and 5 touchdowns. Kid saves his best games for Monona Grove, and he's not that big a player. I believe he's going to walk on at Wisconsin this year, but you know, he's listed at 6 feet tall. He might be 190, 200 pounds. You know, decent high school player. Houston for 3. Bouncing, no. Fernholz fouled by Jimmy Tomei. 28 seconds left. Jimmy called for his 3rd foul. Fernholz with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points. So he's over his season average. Now Jaden Nelson and Anthony Ellis-Crail ready to come in. Joey Scalisi, Coach Z calling off the dogs. Fernholz sinking it. Austin Elmer into the game as the Silver Eagles giving it up and will lose their first game of the season. Drop to 11-1. Stoughton will win and go to 9-2 on the season and take over first place of the Badger South Conference. Meinholz makes the basket. Number 15, Isaac Stinson in for the Silver Eagles. So let's get some baskets for these boys. Isaac doesn't have a point yet this year. Scalisi gets it in off the hands of Jaden Nelson. It's Viking ball, 21 seconds to play. 82-70, the Vikings will undoubtedly win this one as they clear the bench now. Standing ovation by the Viking faithful, and you got to give them credit. They played a heck of a game. Silver Eagles beat themselves in a lot of ways, but Stoughton has played hard all game, and Brady Shipper is just out of his head tonight. So I salute Coach Nolan Weber and his players. They played a great game tonight. Scalisi on defense. Isaac Stinson in there as well. We're not going to talk about the... Oh, now the Stoughton students are doing a sad cheer. That's not polite at all as they try to dribble it out. And that'll do it. Silver Eagles fall 82-70. An exciting matchup highlighted by an outstanding effort by Brady Shipper, but Silver Eagles just not enough tonight to beat the Vikings as they fall 82-70. They drop to 11-1. Still pretty good record to start your season. And the Vikings move to 8-2. They take over the lead in this Badger South Conference with a 7-0 record. Silver Eagles, of course, in second place, 6-1. We'll be back here Thursday night when the girls take on the Stoughton Vikings. So come on out and watch that. Airtime sometime around 7 o'clock. Tip-off around 7:15. Hopefully you'll watch us. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's game. I'm Steve Martinelli bringing you Silver Eagle basketball here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Thanks, drive safely, and slow down.